Anybody want to be on the YouTube channel? Volunteers? Huh? Nobody? Big Mo, come on. No. Come on, you volunteered. Alright, he doesn't have an Instagram anymore, he's been hiding. I don't know from what or from who, but we're here. Alright, guys, we're gonna start in the turtle position already. He's ready for me like that. So I'm not Dragon Ball Z. We're gonna be in turtle, guys. So we're gonna see how to get there in this later. It's gonna come off of what we were practicing before. But guys, we're gonna look at how to take my partners back here, and we're gonna look at an advanced way to finish from the back first, and then we're gonna do a more controlled way second. So guys, what we're gonna start with is a wrist grip, and this hand, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna weave it into Big Mo's inside hip. Guys, when I'm doing this position, it's very important to sag. Okay, so now all the weight is going to be on Big Mo's left knee here. It's hard to see a little, but even sometimes exactly, his right kneecap is coming off the floor. Guys, if I'm sagging like this, it's going to be very hard for him to do the fat man roll, because number one, like I'm kind of too low, and number two, all the weight is going to be on his left side, and number three, my elbow is going to be by his hip line, not by his armpit. But this, if I'm a little bit too high, he can wrap my arm and easily roll me right over here. All right, so that's not what I want to happen. All right, so for that reason, once I'm here again, I'm gonna be like this. All right, from here, guys, look, I'm gonna switch. My knee goes next to his elbow, and when I do that, I'm gonna look to break Big Mo down. Pause. Once we're here, guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna immediately win the same side wrist grip. The reason I'm gonna win the same side wrist grip here is so that it's harder for Big Mo to go back to turtle. Go back to turtle. Like, see, it's a little bit harder for him to do it, right? But as Big Mo starts to go, let's do a slow motion. 1 second. And wait for me. As Big Mo starts to go to turtle, I'm gonna do two things simultaneously. I'm gonna bring my hand underneath his chin, and I'm gonna throw the hook over. So as he goes to turtle, I'm going here, and then we're gonna roll through, and I'm gonna land already with my hand underneath his chin. So if you're able to sink the choke in earlier, they never had a chance to intercept. Okay, guys, from here, we should all learn how to do the choke one-handed. To finish the person one-handed, you're gonna take your chin, you're gonna put it over your own hand so that they can't use their free hand to grab. Big Mo, reach for my hand. No. With your, 1 second, listen to me. With your free hand, reach for my hand. He cannot. It's blocked by my chin, right? So I should be able to finish him one-handed. My elbow is gonna go down into his pecs like this, and now I'm gonna bring my elbow across his neck like that. Okay, I'm not gonna do it on Big Mo, he just got in here. But imagine I go bop, bop, you should be able to finish one-handed. Play around with this technique with your training partners. As a part two, for me now to engage my right hand, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to heist up, and when I heist up, notice what's happening to his hand. I still have control over until the last second, okay? Now, when I let go, I need to look away so that there's a little gap, and as I let go, now my hand is gonna go into that little gap, and then I'm quickly gonna close it. So I go here, and I close my hand next to his ear. Now my fingers come out last, and as soon as my fingers come out, I'm gonna bring my elbows together, puff my chest, squeeze my biceps for the classic RNC finish, all right? So we should know how to do it one-handed, and then know how to do it two-handed as well, all right? So I'm gonna be on the side of Big Mo, turtle position. Doesn't matter, all right? I'm in turtle position, all right? And now, look, guys, I'm sinking, all right? You have to learn how to use your weight, okay? I have a wrist grip, and I'm putting all the weight again on this side, on Big Mo's right knee. Now look, as I break him down, okay, in this position, guys, this is where it gets a little bit more advanced. I'm gonna look to win the wrist grip, and as I look to win the wrist grip, I'm gonna wait for him to turtle. As he starts to turtle, my hand goes in, and then we roll all the way through. And again, very important, Cannell, is I bring my chin over my own hand. Big Mo, defend yourself a little bit. I can make him tap with one arm. You should learn how to do this. It's very effective. Some of the best people in the world get tapped with one arm, all right? And now if I want to engage this one, because ultimately a lot of times I will, I'm gonna look to heist up, and when I heist up onto my form, I look away slightly, so when I let go, my hand is gonna be quicker than his hand. I'm gonna be able to go behind the back of his head, go head to head again, my fingers come out, squeeze my biceps together, puff my chest, bring my arms close to me to get the tap. Okay, so let's first learn how to do this in a transition, and then later we're going to see a hand fighting detail. Guys, just conceptually, when Big Mo's doing this on me, conceptually, the reason this works, guys, is as Big Mo breaks me down, guys, it's very hard for me to be small here and try to run away from Big Mo. You see that? Naturally, I'm going to be big. So as I'm big, he's gonna catch that from the bottom, Big Mo. Beautiful. And see, as I'm trying to escape, there's gonna be that space for my neck. Does that make sense? That's why this is gonna work well. Like, no one is gonna try to turtle like this, where the neck is not gonna be low. And as I try to turtle, he's already gonna bop, bop. Go, 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 go. Beautiful. And now, I got no choice but to tap. It's a big mo. Cool? Let's go, guys. We don't have a big mo, we have a big Will. Big Will, you're gonna make your debut. All right. Man, a few words. All right, so I have Big Will. Turtle position. This time, guys, I missed. I wasn't able to get my hand underneath the chin. He had his chin a little bit tucked. I was a little bit over the face. Whatever the case is, it's gonna be hard, right? So, although we're in fundamentals month, the back take was quite simple, but this was a little bit advanced because again, you had to time that hand under the chin. But if you're able to get that, it's gonna be very hard for him to defend himself, right? So again, I'm gonna be here, nice and heavy. I have my wrist grip. I'm digging right into his hip, guys. I'm gonna switch, and again, I'm putting all the weight, and I'm knocking him down. Guys, from here, immediately I have to win this wrist grip. Now, as he starts to turtle, now I go, and then we roll, and during the roll, this happens, okay? Something like this. Priya, your chin was a little bit high, maybe. Phil, maybe you got his chin in the way. Maybe he was preemptively grabbing at your hand. Whatever the situation is, but you want this one-on-one on the bottom, okay? But the top, he's intercepting, okay? Especially if he has a shin down. Exactly. So now look what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm gonna let go of my one-on-one, and I'm gonna circle my hand on the inside, and I'm gonna grab right by his wrist. I'm gonna strip it down, and now naturally his other hand's gonna come up, and I'm gonna catch the other hand, and now I have the straight jacket like this. Okay, so like very classic, very popular position. A lot of people like to do for a good reason. From here, I'm gonna push his wrist down towards his own belly button, and now look, I'm gonna step over, and I'm gonna put my foot where my watch would be. Okay, and now I'm gonna use my heel to scrape, and when I scrape, I'm gonna dig my heel right into his oblique. All right, so a lot of people put it on the side, but here there's no pressure. All right, so what you want to do is you want to dig it into the oblique and reinforce it with your other leg. And now look, you're gonna go A and B. You want to squeeze it nice and tight. Big Will, how does that feel? Terrible. Good. So from here now, I'm gonna go back to my one-on-one, and I'm gonna stab him in the chest. Guys, a very important detail is I use my middle finger right in the meat of his hand like this. Okay, and I stab him in the chest. Big Will, extend your hand. It's very hard, but if you're grabbing a little bit off, he can start to extend. Not that this is gonna do him that much good, but still you don't want this to happen, right? So you wanna have full control over the person. Big Will, remove a little bit, resist a little bit. So as you can see, I can stay here pretty much indefinitely, and then it's very hard for him to escape. Now everyone is gonna be tucking their chin. So what you wanna do is you wanna use this thumb knuckle right by the side of their ear, and that's where I'm gonna start the carve. And now look, I'm gonna carve, and that's gonna lead the way for my elbow. I wanna line up my elbow right underneath his chin, okay? My fingers go right behind his shoulder blade. Same story, I reinforce my chin, my hand with my own chin like this. Big Will start to resist a little bit. He has to tap immediately. So comes on pretty strong. So again, I'm going A into him, and then I'm circling like this. Okay, it's like a rotational type of finish. Okay, so once more as I go here, relax a little bit. I'm under the chin. Now once more, if I need to engage my second arm, I'm gonna keep everything. I'm gonna heist up. Heisting up means I'm just coming up onto my forearm like this. And now, as you can see, his arm is behind his back. Will he tap to this? No, most likely not. But this is gonna give me enough time to let go and get him before he's able to intercept, as you can see. All right, now once everything is secure, I'm ear to ear with him. I bring my elbows together, squeeze my biceps, puff my chest to get the finish. All right, so again, once more, let's say I did the sequence from last week. All right, Big Will clubs me. Boom, I go into it, I break that grip, I'm coming in, he blocks. I take this out, my head goes onto his shoulder, I'm circling behind. Here, I'm breaking him down. As I'm going, he goes. We roll through, I'm going here, it's a little bit off. Okay, it happens. But the way Big Will just did it, I know it's for the camera, and because Big Will likes me so much, I would get him, all right? For sure, he would put his chin down too. Yeah, exactly. That's when I'm gonna circle, and I'm gonna start to intercept. This hand is gonna be over the top. I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna bring my foot over his own arm, scrape it, reinforce, go back to the one-on-one. He's gonna be defending himself, and that's when I'm gonna start to chisel right underneath his neck. Right here, reinforce, make him tap A, heist up, look away for a second, bring it behind the back of his head, fingers come out last, ear to ear, make him tap B. Cool? Let's give it a try, guys.